Welcome to online class of biology, class 8, day 11. Okay. Till last session we have completed 10 classes. In the 10 classes we have learned about the lesson 3, microorganisms part 2. In microorganism part 2 we have learned about the useful microorganisms. How microorganisms are useful to us in our daily life, right? So also I have started harmful microorganisms introduction, right? What is meant by harmful microorganisms? The organisms which harm us. It means the organisms which cause diseases, which carry diseases, which infect the person, right? So here once again just I want to give the points. Harmful microorganisms is the today's topic. Okay. So I hope all of you keep your text and notebooks with you and write the important points what I am giving on the board, and please try to understand the topic. Right? Are you completing the home assignments which are given in all the sessions? Right? Okay. So harmful microorganisms are responsible to cause different type of diseases. So you can call harmful microorganisms as pathogens, right? They are called as pathogens. Why? Because they are disease causing organisms. They are disease causing organisms. So you can call them as pathogens. So directly some of the organisms cause a disease, some of the organisms cause the disease indirectly. In the sense, indirectly means what? Some of the agents are responsible to carry such diseases. Okay, so we will call them as vectors. Vectors means agents which carry diseases. Okay, the agents which are carrying the diseases are called as vectors. Pathogens means disease causing organisms are called as pathogens. So shall we take few examples further, right? Example, right? Common cold, conjunctivitis, smallpox, chickenpox, now corona. So these all we can take an example for the pathogen, right? Harmful microorganism which are causing the diseases to us, right? Directly or else indirectly, which will infect the person, that from the healthy person to the infected person. In this way the diseases are going to spread, right? So to spread the diseases, some of the animals, some insects are also responsible. So that we should take some precautions to avoid such diseases. So before going to that, have you ever heard about the malaria? I think you people heard. What is mean by malaria? It is one type of a fever, right? Malarial fever. How it is caused? I said you one point. Some diseases caused directly, some diseases caused indirectly. So this is an example for indirect disease. In what way this malaria is caused here? Who is responsible for that? Do you remember a group of microorganisms called protozoa? Yes? So here what I wrote here is Plasmodium. Plasmodium is responsible for group of microorganisms called protozoa. That Plasmodium causes malaria, right? That Plasmodium causes malaria. That Plasmodium is one type of parasite. It is one type of parasite. What is meant by house by some precautions, right? So here mosquitoes are responsible, or mosquitoes are acting as vectors to carry the plasmodium in its body. When mosquito bites us, the plasmodium which is present in the mosquito body will enter into our body. It means in between the plasmodium and us, who is acting in the middle? Carrier or an agent who is acting here? Female Anopheles mosquito. Now, female Anopheles mosquito is acting as agent, vector, which responsible to carry the diseases. Who is acting as a pathogen here? Plasmodium, because that is responsible to cause the disease. Followed? Now, here female Anopheles mosquito is acting as a vector. So, after entering into the body, the plasmodium parasite with the help of the female Anopheles mosquito, where it will go then, where it will settle in the blood. You know, now with the help of its proboscis, it will suck the blood. So, as it is sucking the blood, as it is injecting us, the plasmodium is also entering into the person body. Into the person body, the blood. In the blood, it will go and settle. In the blood, in the sense here, RBC. Settle in the RBC and it gets multiplication. It will choose one of the particular place wherever it is perfect, wherever it is not complicated. Comfort place, it will choose and start replication, start multiplication. It means 1 plasmodium into 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, so on. Like that, number of plasmodium increases. Plasmodium family will increase in our body. By that, what happens? Some changes occurs in our body which may cause malarial fever. Right? So, like this. Not only female Anopheles mosquito is responsible for malaria, but also it is responsible for certain diseases. Other diseases also it is acting as a vectors. So, we should avoid such mosquitoes to enter into our body as well as into our house. Okay. Now, so who discovered it then? Who discovered that malaria? Ronald Ross. Okay, Ronald Ross is one of the scientists discovered the malaria in Secunderabad. Right? He is one of the military doctor. He is one of the military doctor. He discovered malaria in the, and he said that female Anopheles mosquito is acting as a vector which is responsible or which causes the malaria disease, and it is acting as an agent. For this, he awarded a Nobel Prize in the year 1902. Okay, so then what are the precautions is necessary? Precautions are necessary? Yeah, it is compulsory to take the precautions or preventive methods. Then what are the precautions we will? Can you say? So what are they? You see here preventive methods. We have to use mosquito repellents at house and net to doors and the windows. Mesh nets will be there now. So you have to close that open place with the help of the nets or nets to the doors as well as the windows where there is no chance of entry of the mosquitoes into the house. Next, avoid stagnant water near our house, surroundings of our house. Please avoid to stagnant water because the stagnant water is a breeding place for the mosquitoes. Okay, it is a breeding place for the mosquitoes. It means what? Reproduction. It will undergo laying eggs. If they are laying eggs means here the mosquito population will be increased. So there is a chance of entering the mosquitoes into our houses. So we have to keep our surroundings clean and neat, and we should not allow the water to stagnate. Right? So this is about the plasmodium as well as the preventive methods. So now we are going to see a same like mosquito. One more is a housefly. Okay, which is present, the fly which is present in our house, right? Housefly. So housefly is also carrying the different type of diseases. Different type of diseases. It is also one type of an organism which causing the diseases. Such you can take as typhoid, cholera. Right? So you can take these are the diseases which cause the diseases organisms which cause the diseases. So we have to take precautions for this also, children. We have to take any precautions or preventive methods. So what are the precautions? Simple. What are the precautions you see? Avoid taking uncovered food, especially you people. Right? Avoid taking uncovered food. The food which is open to the air or where no covered is there, no plate or anything is not there or exposed to the air or exposed to the environment, you should not eat such type of food. Should not intake such type of food. What happens? Because houseplants you can see here, whichever the food which is uncovered outside, all the houseplants are sitting over there. When they are sitting over there, they are releasing the waste material onto it. Because the houseplants are not only the place where they are sitting at one place, they roam at different surroundings, garbage, waste material, all the places it surrounds, it sit over there and again come and sit on the food what we eat. Is it good to eat then? So better avoid eating the uncovered food, right? And take fresh food. Taking fresh food is very important to our health also. Next, this is very important. Keep our or your surroundings clean. Keep your surroundings clean. As you keep your surroundings clean, we can avoid both mosquitoes as well as the houseflies not to enter into our houses. Is it clear? This is about the mosquito as well as the housefly. Now, do you know plants also come under living organisms? Is plants also respond or causing the diseases by any other organism? Yes. Here, just you see the table. Diseases in plants. So, these all are plant diseases. These all are the causative organisms and these all are the mode of transmission. Mode of transmission in the sense you can take them as vectors or agents. Okay. Causative microorganism is which organism is responsible. We know already we have studied that group of microorganisms. What are they? Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, vector, so and so, right? So in that, which organism is responsible to cause such diseases in the plant? Yes, we come across with that now. Citrus canker. Citrus canker is one of the. These all are plant diseases, children. The diseases caused in plants. The disease caused to humans, plants, animals, right? Now we see in the plants. You see citrus canker is caused by bacteria. Who is responsible? Who is transmitting that disease to cause in the plants is air. Air is acting. Next, red rot of sugarcane. That red rot of sugarcane is caused by the fungi. Okay, fungi. And mode of transmission is air and seedlings. Seedlings in the sense, if the seeds whatever we are sowing, that seeds are infected with the fungus. If that type of seeds are we are keeping for the crop, okay, there is a chance of getting the growth of infected crop. So we have to choose the seeds while you are sowing perfectly, right? Now, Zika disease of groundnut, right? For this also you can see fungi, and here air and the seeds are mode of transmission. Tobacco mosaic virus. This is called tobacco, TMV. Okay, tobacco mosaic. This is virus and where caused by microorganism virus, and here mode of transmission are insects. And smut disease of rice. Fungus, causative organism, and the mode of transmission here is air. So like this, citrus canker, red rot of sugarcane, Zika disease, tobacco mosaic, smut disease of rice. These all are the plant diseases where responsible or where causes the diseases in the plants. So very important table, it may come during exams. So be alert, prepare it very carefully. So today's session we have completed about harmful microorganisms. Mainly we have discussed about the Plasmodium and the houseflies. How they cause the diseases, what are the types of diseases, and preventive methods. What type of preventive methods we have to take, and who discovered the malaria, what are the precautions for the housefly, not to enter the housefly into our house, and this is a table regarding the diseases in the very good for our society as well as to our surroundings. And this is a Ronald Ross is one of the scientists who discovered the malaria is caused by female anopheles mosquito. For this he awarded a Nobel Prize. So this is about the houseflies. Houseflies are also responsible to cause the different type of diseases. For that you have to avoid taking the uncovered food and keep your surroundings neat. This is a table regarding the disease caused in the plants. So this is about the today's session, children. I am going to give some home assignment to you. Please note down the questions. Who discovered the malaria? And what is the parasite responsible for the malaria? Right? And please write the precautions for causing malaria as well as the housefly. Okay, how to avoid preventive methods to eradicate malaria and the not to enter the housefly. And please go through this table. It is very important. Okay. So by this we completed today's topic. In the next session I am going to give you other information regarding the same lesson story of microorganisms. Thank you, children.